Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we have a first for the Laurel Tree channel. We have our first product review that we were actually given by the company. Check it out. So Sandmarc reached out to me back in May or June, I forget, and asked me if I would review their anamorphic lens for the iPhone and maybe use it on a shoot or two, which was great timing because I was planning on using it in the docuseries that I shot all summer long. However, I didn't, and it's 6 months later. I've used it a little bit, but really I'm just now getting around to doing this video, as you can see. So the Anamorphic Look is obviously the wider look. You usually see it on your TV with the black bars, or if you go to the movie, the screen's a lot bigger than your TV. And how the anamorphic lens works in a nutshell is that it takes the normal frame of film of your camera, of your sensor, and uses a lens that bends so it squeezes more of the image in. So basically you're taking an image that's this long and squeezing it so it fits more into what your lens can. And then in editing, you unsqueeze it and have a wider image. And then that's where you get the crazy horizontal lens flares and the black bars if you're watching it on a screen that's not made for it. That's it in a very small nutshell. There are several videos online that will go into a much better explanation. But for the time being, you've got a frame this big and you're trying to get this much into it. So you squeeze the image and then you pull it out in editing. You can't do that on the phone. You still have to take it out of the phone and put it into your editing software to see and unsqueeze it to see the, is unsqueeze a word? To unsqueeze the image and to see how the product looks. When you're looking at it on your phone, it looks squeezed. So you're not going to necessarily see the lens flares, although I did see them quite a bit, but you'll see them even more and in their full capability when you unsqueeze it in the editing software. So what they sent me was their anamorphic lens for the iPhone. It's really well built, feels really professional, feels like an actual lens. It's got this nice cap on the front. You can see the lens right there, and also a nice cap on the back to keep you from destroying the back, the connection. And then they also comes with a clip, so if it's not an iPhone, you can put it on another phone, or if you don't have the case. They also give you this amazing case that I use every day. I love the case so much, and it just screws right on there and is a great fit. It also spins because when you screw it on, it won't be perfectly straight, so they thought ahead of time about that and put it to where you can spin it and line up your shot perfectly. It's just really, it's a well-built lens. It feels professional. It's definitely worth the $130 based on build and quality alone. So after the whole summer of not using it and forgetting at every single event, I decided to go out with Christopher Burris and do some test shots and actually see how this thing works. Hey guys, I'm with Chris today, who's got a much more successful YouTube channel than I do. And I was given this lens by Sandmarc back in June, and they've been bugging me for however many months that is now to do a review on it, so that's what we're doing today.
All right, so check this out. We've got the Moza Mini MX phone gimbal here, and really the big selling point of this thing is that it completely folds up into this tiny little package that then takes up almost no room at all in your bag. Look at this, right there, in a single slot. But today, we have got an iPhone with an anamorphic lens on it, and we're gonna see how this thing can hold up to the ultimate of cinematics with a phone. That's sarcastic, clearly. I think we're in business. It screws onto the front of the phone case, and so because the threads don't quite line up, you can turn the lens itself so you can get the anamorphic lens squared up. But because of that, you get this crazy effect when you turn it while filming If that can't be used for some serious vertigo shots, my gosh.
Now, the problems with it is that it's still an iPhone. It's still iPhone quality. I really don't get excited about shooting on my phone. I know the new iPhones have different focal lengths and better quality, obviously, but I have cameras to do that. So I'm not necessarily thinking about shooting on my phone and having all that data on my phone and then transferring it. I have cameras for that. Maybe you like that. There's still some problems with the digital noise and just the overall quality of the iPhone, as you can see in some of the shots. Also, the iPhone is kind of a terrible camera to use at night. It's not good in low light, and that's usually when you're thinking about the cool stuff of the anamorphic lens. Besides just getting a wider shot, you're thinking of the lens flare from the lights around, and the lights are on at night or at golden hour. And as you can see, the image quality is even worse at night. Again, not Sandmarc's problem, just a camera, phone problem, whatever you call them now, smartphone problem. All right, so I'm gonna give you my vlogging setup with 3 different cameras. First, we're on the iPhone with the Sandmarc Anamorphic lens. Then we're gonna be shooting on the Sony FS5. I don't know why I can't remember stuff right now. With the Siri 24mm anamorphic lens, and then I'm going to rig the Sandmarc lens to the GoPro lens. Yeah, the GoPro lens, kind of the GoPro in itself, and let you see the difference in image quality. But this is, this is how I set up. Sometimes I have that light in shot right there. I don't know how wide you're seeing. I think you're seeing pretty wide compared to how I normally shoot. And you'll see that with the GoPro too, but the GoPro, I had to gaff tape it on there. So you're going to see a lot of gaff tape in shot, and it's going to be super vignetted because it's like sticking way out from the sensor because it's on top of the lens, which is on top of the sensor. You know what I'm talking about. Not because you've done anything that's stupid, but you know how cameras work, or you do now. So this is option 1. How does it look? This is normally how I light myself. Maybe this is a little brighter. Image quality, what do you think? And then we'll go to the next 2. So, okay, this main camera is the Sony FS5 with the Siri Anamorphic 50mm, I believe. No, Siri Anamorphic 24mm. And then this is the Sandmarc Anamorphic lens attached to a GoPro Hero 4. Obviously going to be a wider shot. It's giving you another option. Maybe it's letting Sandmarc know that adding this to the GoPro would be kind of cool. I think so, but again, that's because I hate the way camera phones look, and I hate camera phones, and I don't have the latest and greatest camera phone, so I don't know if they've changed a lot of stuff. I can't imagine they have. Just because I know you're dying to see some stupid lens flare. Man, is that? I want that to be just perfectly straight. I probably, I don't know, man. How we doing? How we doing for lens flare on this guy? Put it right here, maybe add some more. I'm noticing there's a lot of digital noise up here. It's just dark up there. Don't usually need to worry about that. Let's get it down to more reasonable. Are you seeing like the weird, it's almost like painted on how blue it is. So I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. I don't necessarily like the harsh, almost painted on blue that you see from this lens. I don't know exactly if that's me or if that's the lens, but I was getting it every time I shot and just was not a fan of it. But yeah, if you're not going for this look, if you don't care about lens flares, which I mean, that's kind of the coolest part about the Anamorphic, other than you get more stuff in shot. Getting more stuff in shot and having a wider view is the best part about Anamorphic, but we all love this. So if you're gonna do it on the phone, you better have this crazy lens flare that is just too much. But if you don't care about the lens flare, I guess you still want the wider view, but you're sacrificing maybe some digital distortion kind of thing. I don't know. Sandmarc might be ahead of their time. As you can see, I tried it on the GoPro and that kind of did not work at all. But man, that would have been really cool if it did. And I honestly wish they would make this for GoPro. I've had my problems with GoPro for a while now, which is why I never updated after the 4. But something like this for the GoPro would make me change my mind. I think it would be really cool to see this on an action camera or a camera that's actually, built for filming more than making phone calls and texting as well. Didn't mean to really clickbait you, but was kind of excited about the opportunity for GoPros becoming relevant to me again. But as for now, they are still not. I wish I could say better things about this lens. I have nothing bad to say about the lens. I have a million bad things to say about camera phones. There you have it. There's my review. Sorry, the audio is bad. It's taken straight from the iPhone with these shots. But yeah, thoughts? I'm not good at these reviews, but they gave me this and it's been 6 months and I feel bad because I think they have a good product. I just think they have it for a bad product. A good product for a bad product. So overall, Sandmarc has made a really good product. When you look at the price and you say $130 or $129.99, whatever it says, I've bought a lot of crazy phone lenses in the past, and when you get them, they feel cheap. This does not feel cheap. This feels like it weighs about a pound or two, which, maybe you don't want to carry that around, but I can't express enough how good the build quality of this is compared to other lenses I've bought for the phone in the past. They really took their time and maybe are ahead of their time, and iPhone needs to catch up. Or maybe try it on an Android. Maybe Android's got the one up on iPhone in this case. So, just screw it on to your clip. Much better than I can do. And clip it onto something else. That's it for today's video. I'm really bad at these reviews, as you can tell, but I will try to get better, and I will see you in the next one. Alright guys, tell me your thoughts on this video. Tell me your thoughts on my review of a product for the first time. Leave a comment below. Hit like, subscribe, hit the bell so you'll know when I post another video. As I said, I am going to be trying my hardest to post at least one a week for the foreseeable future. Please let me know what you'd like to see. Thanks.